This week's video is proudly brought to you by NordVPN. Head on over to nordvpn.com/IamThatRobbie for an exclusive deal. Warner Brothers' DC universe has been one of the most fascinating disasters of all time. After crafting two of my absolute favourite comic book films, the studio then dropped the meme goldmine that is Suicide Squad.
We're bad guys, it's what we do.
And followed that with another good movie in Wonder Woman. However, in November of 2017, DC went to an all-time low. We all know what happened, I'm not going to go over it, you can watch my thoughts right here now. So that raises the question, where does DC go from here? Today I'm going to give DC 5 ways they can sort of fix their universe, quote unquote fix their universe, and to get the general public back on their side in an attempt to avoid similar demises such as Sony's Amazing Spider-Man universe, Universal's Dark Universe, or whatever other cinematic universe there was that was trying to be a thing and isn't a thing now because it's terrible. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Step 1, get a goddamn Batman movie made. I don't know why this hasn't happened yet, but please, for the love of God, make a goddamn Batman movie. It's safe to say that Batman is DC's most prolific and iconic character. The character is embedded in the DNA of pop culture, and DC have not utilized that yet. Here's a fun fact, of the 5 DCEU films released, Bruce Wayne or Batman has appeared or been referenced in all 5 of them. And yet he still has not had his own movie. Which is super strange considering Wonder Woman was in BVS, which was in 2016, and she had a solo film out in 2017, which turned out to be a monumental success, and they're making a sequel now for 2019. It's just, that is called good organization, but for Batman, there's none of that. Batman was announced in July of 2015 with Ben Affleck at the helm and writing it with Jeff Johns. And now, 3 years later, we have literally nothing. What we do know actually is that Ben Affleck is not going to play the role, which I think is perfectly okay. So what do I suggest they do? Well, it's pretty simple, re-fucking cast. Make Batman younger, not like a 20-year-old, but mid-30s would be perfect, and go from there. Keep Jeremy Irons and J.K. Simmons as they're the best. I'm not going to tell Reeves what to do from a story perspective, because anyone who doubts him at this point in his career, I'm sorry, but you're stupid. He's a pretty smart dude and a fantastic filmmaker. With a younger Batman and Reeves at the helm, Warner Brothers can put a little more faith in their DC brand, as they would have 2 guaranteed hits every time they release a Batman or Wonder Woman picture. Step 2, fuck the universe. Now this is going to be a hot take, but screw it, I'm already into this anyway. Stuff the universe idea. It's total trash, it's been done before, and no one cares at this point. If you're not Marvel, no one really cares about who's in a universe, who's not in a universe, is this connected, how does this tie in with this, blah blah blah. No one cares. Marvel have nailed that. Don't play second fiddle. When you decide that all your films must be set within a certain universe and world, you limit the creativity of the filmmakers. While the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done a pretty good job at this, some of the films clearly require more intensity than the tone and universe would allow them. With 20th Century's X-Men universe dying, why not take some cues from that? The Fox films, while they have all not been the best, have done a wonderful job at allowing filmmakers to explore varying tones, genres, ideas, while still kinda being set in the same universe. While it's hard to see a film like Logan in the same world as something like Deadpool 2, the audience doesn't really care. As long as there's a reference here or a reference there, that's all they need. With this at the core of DC's universe going forward, that could make this universe much more vibrant and unique than the MCU, which is consistently the PG-13 film. We could get movies like the Joker film, which is an R-rated origin story, We could also get movies like Birds of Prey, which is an R-rated female team-up film. You can do all of this and set it in the same technical world without ever actually saying this is in the same universe. And every 3 or 4 years, you can have Batman team up with Superman, or Wonder Woman team up with Superman, or the Justice League coming together. It doesn't really matter. As long as there's a reference every year, or a team up every 3-4 years, people will be fine with it. Step 3. Knock knock, let the devil in. Venom. Knock knock, let the devil in.
What the hell are you? We are Venom.
Seriously though, this is step 3 and here it is. I'm sorry, but you need Superman. Like the Batman point, this is so obvious that I feel like I have to express it even more. Superman is the heart of DC Comics. He started the company and he has saved it multiple times. However, the blatant disrespect Warner Brothers have dealt the character is really alarming. This ignorance regarding Superman has been around for decades, but came back to light in 2014 when Warner Brothers announced Batman v Superman. This was a change from a Man of Steel 2 because Man of Steel 1 didn't hit the $1 billion mark that Warner Brothers executives wanted. So they completely changed the entire universe because one movie didn't make $1 billion, but was still insanely successful. I mean, that itself is sort of describing the entire universe, isn't it? With the ever-going rumors that Henry Cavill is out, or, the contract negotiations have gone to shit, it definitely seems to be that Henry Cavill is no longer Superman, which is super, super depressing, because he is a fantastic Superman. Without a doubt. Definitely my favorite Superman. Now, I'm aware that DC want to bring Supergirl into the fold, and I think that's a really wonderful idea. However, audiences are not stupid. They can handle a Superman and a Supergirl at the same time. It's not that complicated. Doing a DC universe without Superman would be like doing an X-Men franchise without Wolverine. The audience might be cool with it for 1 or 2 movies, but you're not going to get anything more than that. As for where Superman should go, well, I'm not completely opposed to the cheesy, light-hearted campiness that they were obviously building towards. So I say embrace the camp, bring back the undies, bring back the curl, do it. And if I were to have my way, go get Sam Raimi. He would embrace the charm and quirk of the character while also allowing audiences to fall for the lovable Boy Scout once more.
Pizza time.
As far as where the film should go next, I definitely say bring back Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. I think he is one of the universe's fantastic actors, and while his performance in BVS is very divisive, I think he has potential to be a fantastic Lex under the right direction. And I think if you get a guy like Sam Raimi at the helm, you could be in for a pretty great villain. Please, Warner Brothers, please listen to this. Do not get rid of Henry Cavill. He's a fantastic Superman. But if you have to, go cast Henry Golding, please. Step 4. Do not make Green Lantern dark and serious. I say this very strongly, because I firmly believe it. Green Lantern is a property that needs mainstream appeal, and it will not do that if the film is gloomy or grim. The Green Lantern franchise or film has been rumoured to take inspiration from Lethal Weapon, and I think that's a fantastic idea. This film should be a fun space romp. If you're going to compare any DC movie to Guardians of the Galaxy, I would probably compare this, at least the first film. Get the audience in and then bring them the nerdy shit. I've also heard rumours that Tom Cruise is apparently going to play Hal Jordan, or was in talks to play Hal Jordan, or something to do with Hal Jordan, and I think that is a wonderful, wonderful idea. Cruise is the sort of actor Green Lantern would need. The first film is a massive bomb and it's still very, very relevant in the eyes of the general public. So much so that it's referenced in both 2 Deadpool movies.
Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
You snap up Cruise as Jordan and John David Washington as John Stewart, and I will be there midnight. And then the next day. And then the next day. And then the next day. And 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 the next day. Point is, I'll be there a lot. step 5. Please do not reboot. This might be a controversial thing, but DC should not reboot. There really is absolutely no need to do it. The world has forgotten about Justice League, and provided Aquaman and Shazam are hits, you don't need to hit restart. The universe is young, and sure, it's made some substantial mistakes, but that's totally fine. The new age of DC is upon us, and the foundation was and still is there. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is already an icon merely 2 years after making her debut, and Jason Momoa's Aquaman and Ezra Miller's Flash were two of the only positives of Justice League. You can simply ignore the past and just move on to the future, while still keeping these 3 actors. An iconic line from Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins goes like this.
Why do we fall? So that we can learn to pick ourselves up.
And maybe DC should take their own advice.
You still haven't given up on me.
Never.
Alright, so before I conclude, I thought, what are some films that I would like to see in the DC extended universe, worlds of DC universe, whatever. What are some that I'd like to see? And here they are right now. Suicide Squad 2. Now, I would absolutely love a proper sequel to Suicide Squad. While the first film is a meme goldmine.
You don't want no beef? You don't want no beef?
You don't like
I think the foundation of Suicide Squad, or the idea of Suicide Squad, is really quite great. Now, I think they're actually making Suicide Squad 2 with Gavin O'Connor at the helm, and that's awesome. He's a pretty solid filmmaker, really like The Accountant, so hopefully they can get their shit together and make this movie what the first one should have been. Number 2, Teen Titans. Now, I know there's a show, another show,
Fuck Batman.
and a movie already out, but I think the Titans would benefit greatly from a live-action film. This could be a wonderful way of expanding the universe without explicitly going the spin-off route. The Titans could consist of Robin, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, and Cyborg, who you could have the same actor, Ray Fisher, from Justice League, reprise his role here, as a way of sort of connecting the universe but not making it super obvious. And the other film I would love to see is Brewster Gold and Blue Beetle. This is a bit of a wild card, but these two are some of my favourite DC characters ever. You know, with the right filmmakers at the helm, Phil Lord, Chris Miller. A buddy film with these two characters could be incredibly funny, incredibly heartfelt, and just really damn unique. Okay guys, well, what do you think? Do you think my ideas are solid? Do you think they're shit? Let me know, comment below, and tell me, what DC films would you like to see? Would you like to see, I don't know, a 20th Harley Quinn spin-off movie? Or would you like to see a King Shark spin-off film? I don't really know. Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a like, share it around, and hit that. Honest question. Why does Batman wear a batsuit? There's many answers, but the main reason is because it protects him. So if Batman, the Dark Knight himself, the world's greatest detective, if he requires protection, why wouldn't your computer? The internet is a dangerous place. You never know when you could be scammed or hacked or whatever. It's a very, very weird and unpredictable place. With the ever-changing political climate and streaming services literally never having anything you want to watch, like Batman, it's just wise to use a VPN. NordVPN is a virtual private network designed to keep your data safe. Whether it be your bank details, iTunes password, streaming service login, or IP address, NordVPN can protect all of that, keeping them hidden from prying scammers online. As someone who values his privacy, I could not go online without the use of a VPN. NordVPN is considered by many, including PC Magazine and CNET, as the best service out there. NordVPN is offering my viewers 66% off a 2-year plan. That's about $3.99 a month. You can try NordVPN out yourself by heading over to nordvpn.com/IamThatRobbie, or use the discount code IamThatRobbie. As someone who's used a wide variety of VPN services, I'm not gonna lie when I say NordVPN is the best I've come across. Funny story, my dad actually has the exact same password for everything, whether it be his iTunes, bank account, Netflix, whatever it is, his password is the exact same. And I was telling him, you know, if I were you and, you know, stubborn and you don't want to change your password, I would probably set up a VPN just to protect yourself online. And of course, he didn't listen. He had a hacking scare and it was terrifying. He could have lost everything. But luckily, I set up NordVPN for him and it's worked wonders ever since. NordVPN's 24/7 customer service really helped my dad when setting up his account because, like a lot of older individuals, they're not as savvy as us millennials on the iPhone or MacBook or whatever it is. NordVPN's military-grade encryption is like way beyond competitors. And unlike those contemporaries, NordVPN has an iPhone and Android app, so you can use the software on your phone, tablet, whatever. Before I wrap up this ad, I'm gonna be 100% honest here. If Batman were to use a VPN, I guarantee he would use NordVPN. So if you're interested in NordVPN, you can head over to nordvpn.com/I'mThatRobbie or click the link in the description. And like Batman, start protecting yourself today, my man. That's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching this massive and long DC EU Worlds of DC video. It's been very fun making. I had a blast editing it, writing it, recording it, and make sure you hit that little bell so you get notified every time I post anything. So, you know, just in case you like me annoying you at all hours of the week. Thank you very much for watching, and please protect yourself. Try out NordVPN. Bye-bye.